Hi everyone. So ChatGPT is great, but have you ever asked questions related to specific notes or your research paper? It often says, I don't know, or even invent answers, right? Because it lacks your custom knowledge. So today I'll show you how to build that AI which solves this problem. I'll show you exactly how I made this powerful bot which solve your personal problems and it gives you super smart answers from your own custom notes or you can say from your own library. It's called as RAG, that means retrieval augmented generation. So let's walk through how I built this specific RAG bot using this visual workflow. So the first thing first is I'm going to upload my document, and here is that thing. This is my document. This is a simple research paper which I have just now downloaded. You can have any of the thing, either your notes, either your research paper, whatever it is. Even the work related documents can also be uploaded over here. So I'm going here into my drive folder. I'm going to upload this thing first. So if you could see that my research paper is uploaded right here, I'm going back to my workflow. And here I'm going to click on test workflow. So if you could see right here, this is my research paper, importance and scope of this control systems. This is uploaded right here. And that is then embedded in here. So if you want to learn a bit more about all these things, each and every block I have already included in a video, in my previous video. So for that, you can find that link in the description of this video. Right now, let's go back to our main RAG bot. So up until now, we have done embedding the document into the library of the AI. So here's the library of the AI, which we were having that in the previous workflow also, right? And now we are here in the RAG bot. So we will be able to understand everything. We will be here understanding every block, everything's right here in this workflow. So let's carry on. Firstly, start chatting with our RAG bot because we have already embedded the document into that. So it must be knowing about the things which is there in the document. So let's ask it to quickly summarize so you can understand how the things are going on over here. So could you please summarize the research paper on importance and scope of control system? In short, let's see what is this point. So yes, node have been executed successfully. Let's see what it is saying. Okay, a control system is essential in both everyday life, and it have given a summary. Okay, if you are thinking about it and you're having different questions, just like you are a student, so you can be having questions on that. So you can ask about it on any topic, any line, any page. You can simply ask about that, like on the third page, on the fourth page. Right, so now you have seen the magic of the RAGBot, how it can answer super specific questions from your own data, unlike regular AI. Now let's go behind the scenes and exactly understand how I built this particular one. So let's start from the very beginning where our bot received the particular query. So here is that thing. So when the chat message received, this is a simple block where your question enters the system. So once your question enters the system, this is the brain of that whole RAGBot. The brain, this is the AI agent. It will decide whether that question needed to be entered into the simple memory or it can be answered using simple OpenAI chat model. It can answer that. If it's not able to answer that, and it will be sending that, and it would be making use of the AI library. So Pinecone Vector Store is your AI library, and here it is where we have already inserted our documents that we have already discussed in the beginning of this video. So this is where it would be retrieving that, and embedding OpenAI will be helping this thing to embed your question and search it in the vector store. Embedding is like it's going to convert your question into vectors or embeddings. So it's this embedding is getting matched over here in the Pinecone Vector store. Understand this thing, okay? I'm going to repeat that when your question is inserted, your question comes here, and then it's going to be embedded using this embedding OpenAI. It will embed that into a vector which should be matching the maximum one. If it's matching to what's in there in the Pinecone Vector store, it is then given to this block answer question with a vector store, right? And it is this block will be making use of this thing OpenAI chat model to make that embedding into an perfectly framed answer that you like to read. Okay, that's a human friendly answer. So once this is having this gives that human friendly answer, or the answer that you like. Once it formatted that into a correct way, it is then sent back to this thing, and it then sent back to the AI agent. So then this is how you get your answer. So one thing more that I forgot to inform, like why this simple memory is used. So simple memory is something that makes sure that the chat is able to remember the previous conversations. It's able to relate to the context of the conversation. If you go over here, I have written context window length. That means like whatever in the previous 10 conversation, it will be able to remember. If I'm going to say, hey, my name is something, I'm going, my name is Sana, then in the forward 10 conversations, if I'm going to ask in the 9th conversation, supposedly, like what's my name, then it's able to remember. Otherwise cases, like it will not be able to remember. It will ask again, no, I don't know your name, because that is not there in the OpenAI chat model. And this is also not there in the Pinecone Vector store. Why? Because we have not embedded that. So if I'm giving, supposedly if I'm giving some information in between, it should be able to remember. This is called a short-term memory. Okay, for the 10 conversations, it's having that short-term conversation. It's able to retrieve what I have asked in the previous conversation. It's going to relate to that. It can answer to me relating to that also. So let me again give you a very quick review of what I have said in the whole conversation. Is like we are here discussing about the RAG chatbot. Okay, so what RAG chatbot is doing, it is taking your chat message. Whatever question you are asking, it's taking this chat message. Here, when you are going to click on open chat, it will be opening that window where you can ask your question. It is then giving that question, your chat message is getting sent to the AI agent, which is actually the brain. And this brain will make use of OpenAI chat model to think and to search in the web, or whatever the information it's having. OpenAI chat model, whatever information it's having, it's searching over there through that. And if that is not getting fetched, if it's also not there in the simple memory, then it is going to then send the question over here to answer question with a vector store. Because it can be possible that you have embedded your question in there. That means we have embedded that thing in the library. So this is basically the library of AI, and then it's this thing, Pinecone Vector Store, will be making use of embedding AI to embed your question into embeddings, which are called vectors also, as discussed in the previous video. So then those embeddings or vectors are getting matched in here. So if it's matching to the most related vectors, then those vectors are given to this thing, like answer question with a vector store, and then this then sent to the OpenAI chat model, which is then converting that answer into human understandable, or you can say humanly framed answers, which you and I like to read. So the way the answers written by OpenAI are quite flexible, they are quite friendly. So whatever that takes is, this is making use of OpenAI chat model. So this then generate the answer in a understanding way, which we like to answer, and then it's then forwarded back to here, which is then forwarded back to the AI agent. So that's how we get our answer. You are able to understand this whole complete workflow, the RAGbot concept, and I would say like this is not very easy, but also not very complicated. So in case you're having a little bit of a doubt or anything, like you wanted to understand a little bit more on anything, you can let me know through the comment section. I'll try to respond to you as soon as possible. And in case you want to save your time and want this workflow, you let me know also. I'll try to message you. Just forward me your email also, and I'll be messaging you. I'll be sending you this RAGbot model for free. Okay. So, and in case you want to receive such notifications on newer versions of the bot, which I'll be making further in the future, so please